Whoa, I've got so many weapons. This is actually really hard to hold. Okay, so the other day I hit 10,000 subscribers. Yeah. Is dabbing still cool? Should I dab? So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna answer a bunch of your questions, but while I'm answering the questions, I'm also gonna be building something, but I'm not gonna show you what I'm building till the end of the video, and then at the end, when I show you what it is, I'm gonna use a bunch of the weapons I've built on this channel to kind of smash it up. Confusing, I know, but stick with me. It'll make sense. Okay, so question number one, Critical123 said, can you make a Batman suit? Also, a lot of you also asked that. Good news is, yes, I am gonna be making a type of Batman costume on this channel very soon. Except it's not just gonna be a normal Batman costume. I'm gonna make the costume with the idea that Bruce Wayne actually grew up on the streets with no money and had to make the costume out of basically whatever he could get his hands on. The first thing I'm gonna make pretty soon is the cowl, and it's gonna be made from old shoes. That is not a joke, keep an eye out for that. FaZe RKO asked me what inspired me to make my YouTube channel. Well, there was two main channels that really got me excited about making content on this channel. First one was a guy named Birdkeeper Toby. He's a Pokemon YouTuber. He just talks about Pokemon and Pokemon theories. Still one of my favorite YouTubers. Awesome guy. I kind of know him personally as well. Check him out if you like Pokemon. The other channel was Michael Cthulhu, who actually was from a TV show called Big Giant Swords. He's like a modern day Viking sword maker. His whole channel, he just makes swords, then smashes stuff with the swords. Basically, I want to be him when I get older. Callum McDonald asked what my favorite costume is so far, and it's probably my Deathstroke costume. Honestly, that's a costume that has got me the most views and is probably what I'm most well known for. Also, it's the funnest to wear because you can just let people punch you and just run into stuff. You don't have to worry if some Velcro is gonna come off because it's only held on with hot glue. A whole bunch of you asked me when I'm going to do a collaboration with Cosplay Chris. If you don't know who Cosplay Chris is, he's another Australian cosplay YouTuber. He does a lot of awesome stuff. He's done this pirate Batman thing that is, oh, it's right up my alley. Good stuff. I'm a huge fan of his. I'd love to do something with him. I guess you guys are just going to have to leave lots of comments on his videos telling him to check me out and we should do something together. Right? Right? Yeah, do that. ATC Productions said, would you consider doing fan films with any of the costumes that you've made? I would, but only if I didn't have to do any of the filming or cinematography or editing. Like, I'd do it if I could just show up in my costume, do some fights, and then go home and then someone else did all the work. But I don't have any plans to do it on this channel, really. Ooh, what am I making? Whatever could it be? Next Vein said, are you gonna sell some of the stuff that you make? Yes, I have an Etsy store. There's a link in the description. Some of the stuff that I make on this channel goes up on that. Some other stuff that wasn't on this channel is also there. So yeah, you can buy some of the stuff I make. Shipping sucks from Australia because everything is far away from here, but yeah, the answer is yes. Link in the description if you want to buy some stuff. Okay, so while we're waiting for the paint to dry, Timothy Hall said, are you going to use hand tools forever? I like the concept of everyone can do it, but do you have bigger projects that are going to need bigger tools? So yeah, it's not quite a rule on my channel, but in a lot of my videos, I do only use hand tools. The reason for that is I know a lot of people watching aren't the type of people that can afford a lot of expensive electric tools, so I try and use hand tools to make the videos more relatable. But now, especially, a lot of people are starting to email me with like commissions, specific things they're asking for me to build for them. To be able to do that in like a timely manner, I do use a lot of electric tools, but I am going to try and use hand tools a lot in some videos as well, just for the reasons that I talked about before. So Banana Nation asked if I could make a video of one of my small projects but uncut and unedited. So I made this video once where I did a Pikachu sword, and instead of like a 3-minute video with heaps of flashy edits, I did quite a long video with hardly any edits. It was very slow, no background music, focused more on the details of the building process. I could do more of them if you want to see them. You guys will have to let me know because I don't want to make a whole bunch of stuff that you could already tell me before I make it is trash and you don't like it. Whatever you want, I'll do anything for views. Please, please tell me. Do you want me to eat the glue? I'll eat it. Just painting on some of the last bit of detail. This will be the last question and then you get to see it. Ice Demon Hits says, is there anything you want to make but you think it might be too hard? Yeah, I'd really like to make stuff with like electronics, like helmets that open, pressing a button and whatnot, but I cannot be bothered learning it. Okay, are you ready? I built a 10,000 subscriber YouTube play button. I made it in the style of what I've been making all my other stuff in, so it looks like it's been in a battle. Why would a play button be in a battle? I don't know. We can change that though by putting it in a battle right now. Remember how I said I was going to smash up the thing that I built? Well, I'm going to make even more battle damage by attacking this with all the weapons I've made. Okay, first thing, Harley Quinn back. Deathstroke sword. Giant Harley Quinn hammer. Fiberglass Deathstroke helmet. I guess I'm just going to headbutt it. Pikachu shield. It's pretty much fine. It's got some more battle damage, but it just looks cooler. I know I didn't get to answer every person's questions. There were a lot. I promise you though, if you leave your question in the comments of this video, I'll answer it down there. Thanks for helping me get to 10,000 subscribers. If you just share my channel with 1 or 1,000 of your closest friends, we'll get to 1 million very soon.